Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be talking about why Fortnite is dying in the current situation in Fortnite. I'll be playing the game whenever it is, and I might give some breaks just so I can play the game and not die. And if you want more epic content, subscribe to the channel and hit a like on the video. Comment what you want for your next video. And now let's get into it. You know Fortnite, it's been a good game. It is a good game. Let's start from Season 1, what it was. Season 1 was basically, it wasn't just the pump shotgun. People just say Season 1 is just the pump shotgun. It wasn't that, but what it was it was all basic. Everyone was new, so people just really loved the season because everyone was just a noob, and it wasn't just people sweating. And yeah, if that was 90s, yeah, sweating, people just sweating so hard right now. Is the fact that it's not the fact that it was all, the guns were good, everything was the best. There was loads of problems that season. The guns, like the scars, they did 98 headshot the gold scar, and the pump did 200. The grey pump did 200 to the head. We can't say anything about that, but it's not because of the thing. It's just the fact that everyone was a noob, and you could have fun. People just did fun memes by sky pacing or just trolling people, and just like, there was the what's it called, friendly fire thing. You could kill your teammates. That was a bit sad, but it made some good memes. Let's quickly just say that. But the thing with Fortnite then, it was possible to have loads of fun without just dying to a sweat or spawn or something. Yeah, so basically it was just that. That's why everyone liked Season 1. But what happened was, Season 2 came out, and it was pretty much the same. Well, not the same. They introduced the Battle Pass. People wanted to play it, more people joined it, everything. People liked it. Battle Royale was better. Before this, there was only Save the World. Like before Battle Royale came out, Save the World came out. But yeah, they were just getting used to Battle. Then they got used to another season. They introduced it. Even in Season 1, there was this period of Fortnite when there wasn't seasons, and it was making, like, the game, there was no cosmetics. I'm not gonna say it was making the game better. To be honest, the gameplay is better now than it was then. It's just a nostalgia that people just make it sound that it's better. It's just a nostalgia. It's nothing else. But basically, in season 2, there was this thing called double pump, and if you all remember it, like or you would have heard of it. Double pump is basically, you just take 2 shotguns, and once you get 2 shotguns, you can just keep on switching to it. Controller players couldn't really do this, but well, they could, but it was too hard. It was hard for controller, but for keyboard and mouse, it was so OP. People just wanted the controller, not controller. People just wanted to like play on double pump and everything, and it was just really easy to get kills with it. It was the strongest meta ever, probably. I just got beamed by a kid because he's camping the launch pad. He's being an idiot, but that's what ruins the game. Is the fact that people just want the kills. No, not even that, but yeah. So basically, it's just this, like, Season 1 was basically, not Season 1, Season 2 was like basically ruled over with the double pump. They made a Battle Pass, and it was a decent season. Let's talk about Season 3 now. They made changes to double pump, so you couldn't just do it quickly, and then what they did, they made like this, they nerfed it, but they didn't nerf it, they didn't do the thing that, there wasn't this shotgun delay that they did now. Then people started doing pump tack, and that was also good. But that wasn't the main point of the season. This is when sweats. This is when people started getting good at the game, and they used to wear and they're just wearing that same combo, same thing. If you remember the John Wick, that's what I'm talking about. Remember when you used to get afraid of... Remember when people used to get afraid of these people wearing the John Wick skin? Because it was like considered that only good players used that skin. Well, that's what was happening. But yeah, so that's literally what was happening. It's just people just got afraid of that skin, and even if they weren't good, people just wore it so people didn't go and sweat on them. But it's just not. It's not that. It's just that. That's what happened. And then basically they started creating a story and stuff with the meteor coming every day, and that was like the really fun stuff. But what was even better was when they first... Oh, swear to God, just go away, stupid shark. I don't care about you. Oh my God, he's just wasting my health. It's so annoying. Yeah, that is another thing why I don't prefer Fortnite these days. But yeah, so that was pretty much it for season 3. I wouldn't rate it. It was a good season, but I wouldn't rate it as the best season ever. There wasn't really much. There wasn't the most different. It wasn't really different from season 2. It was just a new battle pass, a new thing. And then they brought Tilted Towers in. Like the end of season 2 was Tilted Towers, and that was like the favourite hot drop for every single player. Even the noobs. Because even the sweat goes there, even the noobs go there. Noobs might die, but the sweats will probably win. But it was a good thing. That was good though. That was fun. We all loved it. If you guys played then, you would love Tilted Towers. Let's quickly just get rid of that shark, then I'll get rid of it. That shark was being so annoying. I got a gold pump from that shark, and I don't even need the gold pump. That's just sad. I wish this was season 2. I could just double pump. But yeah, that's what happened. And then season 4. That was a good season. That was the next season. That's what we're talking about now. So season 4, basically, what it was, it was a good season. Basically, there wasn't really much new stuff or anything. There was the one. There wasn't really like they didn't introduce a couple new guns, but the thing that everyone remembers about that season was the live event. If all of you remember, if all of you have you heard of the what's it called, the thingy event? What's it called? I forgot what it's called, but the rocket launch event. The rocket launch, yeah, there it is. It was literally just watching a rocket launch in Fortnite. But the thing is, it was the first live event, so everyone just loved it. It was just the fact that it was the first one, and it was really, it was the thrill of watching it, and like, oh, Fortnite's doing a storyline. It's actually going to be really good. We can like keep on following this by just like seeing what's happening around the map and everything. And it's not the map changes the season either. It was just the live event that made the season good. They introduced new guns. There was this massive crater of Dusty. R.I.P. Dusty. I feel bad for you. Now there is Dusty. There's just this one building that they call Dusted Divot, and it's just sad that you see just that one building there. It's so sad. Oh, I swear to God, does this kid only build? I Fortnite is dead, guys. Look at people just build so much. I don't have the AR. I don't have the AR ammo for this, and this kid's just spraying. I don't have builds. I need to repump him. don't ask me why I'm going to the storm right now. But yeah, I was on that P90. He had the max. Yeah, so basically the reason so let's go. It was just a live event that made the season good. So basically next let's go for season 5. This, I wouldn't say it's the best season, and I wouldn't say it's the worst. People hated this season because of the P90s. The fact that they were so OP and literally you can't defend against them, because what there was they buffed the SMGs and they were ridiculously overpowered. Like, you might just say if they buff an SMG, why don't people just build, or why don't you just get good? It was literally not based on skill. It was just based on how much you can. It wasn't even on builds. It was just based on how fast you can take him out before they spam through your box with an SMG and kill you. Because if you remember the P90, it did so much damage. It pretty much shot through walls because it breaks them so quickly, and it did 24 damage, and it did 48 headshots. 5 shots is all you needed to get a kill with the P90. And it was absolutely broken then. So imagine what you would do. Like, imagine someone just takes 5 P90s, which they actually did then, runs into your box with an SMG and just destroys you with them. What would you do? And that's exactly what ruined that season. The fact that the P90s were so OP. If the P90s weren't that overpowered, that season would have been one of the best seasons. I bet you after they nerfed the P90, it was pretty much a good season. I liked that season. That was a decent season. Like, that season, it was a good season, it's just the P90s were in there. But yeah, let's talk about the next thing. It was season 6. This is a season they brought out the lovely Spaz shotgun, and even though they did nerf the pump and it did like really bad damage until, well, they got the Spaz out and they just like made the pump good and made everything good. It was this gun, the pump was not, like, the pump was terrible until they buffed it. People were better off taking attack than taking a pump because it was so bad. They were better off taking attack than taking a pump. So basically, what people were doing was they were just getting tacks and SMGs and they were just spraying until they brought the pump out. Like, that's the only thing, that was the meta until then. It was just SMG and tack. So basically, what happened with Fortnite? Basically, put this mic it, okay? So, season 6, I don't really know much about this. They brought Kevin the Cube in the end of season 5, and then they made this massive bouncy lake and turned it into an island and whatever, floating stuff. That was really good, but I wouldn't rate it the best season. Season 6, yeah, I would rate it a good season, but I'm not going to rate it the best season ever. There were so much better seasons than season 6, but season 6, it was one of the best seasons. Like, it was one of the best. Now let's go for season 7. This is when tryhards were one of the most annoying things ever, because season 6 and season 7, the tryhards loved the soccer skins. Well, they always have, but in season 6 and season 7 especially, they were using the soccer skins more than any other gun in the game. And it was getting a bit annoying. And when I mean that, I literally mean that. I played since season 1, the OG. I played since the first day, well, not first day, like the first few weeks of Fortnite. And I remember in season 7 when the sweats used to be so annoying. Not as bad as now, but they were really annoying. The sweats. There were sweats in season 7. They were like, it's like an average player now. The thing is, the people weren't that good to take out the sweats, if you get what I mean. So basically, the skill gap has changed from then to now, It's been like changed a lot, the skill gap. So that's why you might say you might say Booger in 2017 is so bad I can take him out now. But he's not bad. He wasn't bad in 2017. Yeah, it's just the skill gap has changed, but yeah. Okay, get destroyed. Quick question. Why would you do that? Why would you just rush me like that? You're going to die. You're not gonna come out alive if you just rush me like that. Yeet. You go down so slow. You glide so slow then. Oh my god. What 7 RPG am I? Okay, I'm taking the RPG. I'm taking the RPG, this. This is just the god loadout. It's just the fact that yeah, but don't worry. So basically it's this in season 7 the tryhards were getting so annoying, so people did start to quit the game, but it was when the game started getting its downfall. Season 8, however, that was the best season. It was one of the best seasons ever. And I would rate it, out of a 10, I'd rate it a 9. And it's 9, not 10, for only one reason. That one reason is because of Siphon. Well, I would rate it, most people rate it a 10 out of 10, especially for the Siphon. But I am not a fan of Siphon. What I'm saying about it is, it makes all the people want to get a kill. It makes all of them just chase you across the map for just one literal kill, just so they can get Siphon. And it just makes the game annoying. It makes the game hard to play. How did that kill me? How does that hit me? I have the symbiote. There's only 2 of them in the game. You don't want to kill me. Okay, let's quickly let me get this kill. Okay, let's quickly just camp in here. Let's just camp in here. He doesn't know where I am. He's just gonna be spamming his RPGs. You can only have 13 RPGs. Just let me finish this game. I'll talk about it after, because this game is it's getting a bit stressful. But yeah. So, okay. God, I swear to God, man. I swear to God, man. This is why Fortnite is dead, like you get on it. Okay. So guys, season 8, it was a good season. Most people like the Siphon. I was not a fan of it because it makes people just annoying, and it makes people want to chase you across the map for just that one kill, and it's just so annoying. But the thing is, the problem without Siphon is people just die so quickly. Like, let me show you. I'll go into a game. Actually, don't worry. Before half the zone, before the first zone, half the people more than 3/4 of the people are dead. It's 20 people left, 25 people left. Like within half the zone. No, within like not even half the game. The first zone. Literally, it's just that. It makes people die so quickly. Yeah. And let's talk about season 9. That was also a good season. They removed Siphon, and they did this they removed glider redeploy as well, like they did in season 8. But it was good. I didn't really like the season. I quit for a bit then. I hated that season. I joined in season X. And season 9, I don't know much about that season. I didn't really play. I don't really watch season 9. It's just not a good season. I didn't like it. Let's just go on to the next season. Season 10. Season 10, it was a good season. But let me tell you, what ruined the season and what made 50 billion people just hate the season. It was the mechs. Oh my. I remember this. The mechs was so OP. You know the UFOs last season? Yep. Well, if you do, basically the UFOs, they're like mech thingy. They're like those mech bullets, but you can only shoot one at a time. They do yeet you, but basically they do 30 damage. The mechs, it shoots 5 times faster, does 50 damage, but it doesn't yeet you, so you can't just escape the first one. That's the thing. I'm not saying, but the thing is, you don't take full damage with it. You can't just, there's no way of escaping it. You can't, it doesn't yeet you either, so you can't just escape it, but it's not like if you hit the first one, you have to aim for the other ones. You just have to aim at their box, and then as soon as you aim at their box, you're dead, because they're just going to kill you. Okay, let's go to do this. Oh god, lever, I'll take that. Something than that. I do not like the lever the most, but I'll take a lever. So basically, okay, actually, don't worry. I got a pickaxe, yay! So basically, they, even in, like, Season X, there's some mechs. And I forgot to tell you, Season 9, they removed the pumps, where the whole community was annoyed about that. Which made people quit as well. So let me tell you, they did bring them, but the combat shotgun was too OP, but yeah. So let's talk about Season 10. The mechs was so OP, people quit the game, and they just didn't play until they fixed it. They were just getting into an endless game. They did this playground, they did just playground glitch, I think. They could just stay in an endless game and don't leave until basically, because basically Epic Games just stopped the mechs. Like, the mechs was so OP, people just didn't like the game then. They just didn't play. And let me say, I'm not saying the mechs are bad. They were a good idea, but this Epic Games didn't do them properly. That's not, like, I'm not gonna blame that on the idea, I'm blaming that on Epic. That was Epic's fault. It was Epic's fault for bringing out the item that, it's not the item, it's just the fact that the item is OP. They could have made the mechs a bit less OP, and instead of 10 missiles, they could have put, like, 3 missiles or something. So that's what ruined the game. But yeah. Now let's talk about Season 11. I loved that season. The gameplay was good. But what I didn't like was the time about that. It was 2 seasons. It was 3 seasons long, man. It was like 3 or 2 seasons long. It was so long. You can't even do anything about that. There was no updates either. It was the same thing. I liked the first half of the season was good, but whenever after Halloween they could have left it, and then they could have made a Christmas season, and then exactly they could have made that end in like March or something, instead of making, or not February, instead of making it just end, instead of making the whole thing and so like the whole thing so long. It's just annoying. There was just a Christmas update, and there was there was some other update just for the harpoon gun. A harpoon gun! Imagine that though. Imagine how annoyed the community would be with just a harpoon gun for an update. Here, take a good lever and recharge. Oh, it's the burst, the mythic burst, I swear to God, man. It's so OP, I hate going up against that. I hate going up against that burst. That burst is so annoying to go up against. Okay, let's not... Okay. This is how we fight slow. We run. We get high ground. We run and get high ground. That's how we fight slow. We just run and get high ground, get an auto sniper, and then sniper. If we don't have an auto sniper, get grenades or something. We have grenades. We can just grenade her. It's good enough. Auto sniper, please. I want an auto sniper. Oh, I never want that gun, and now I always get it. The time I actually want the gun, I never get it. Okay, wait 1 sec. Okay, I'll quickly get the chest. I'm gonna quickly get something. Okay, I'm taking this water sniper. I just got Dr. Sloan with the auto sniper. You get what I mean? This is why I want the auto sniper, but yeah. At least I didn't kill that stupid well, at least I didn't try and die to that annoying kid or something. Oh no. She got res, I think. I want that orb. Okay. I got a better burst, my friend. It shoots way quicker. It shoots so fast, that's why it's so good. It's just the fact that it shoots so fast. It's not even the damage, it does 40 damage anyway. 40 and 60, fine. So it's just the fact about Season 11 is that I didn't have any updates and it was so long. Let me say Season 12. Season 12 of Chapter 2 Season 2. That was the best season of Chapter 2. It had the content and it had everything we need. Oh my god, wait 1 second. Guys, wait 1 second. I tried to do double edit bind yesterday, but because of this stupid because of that, I couldn't get my traps out. No, let's quickly put change material trap. I wanna use a launch pad, but it didn't let me place a trap. I know, that's bad. No, it's not that one. Okay, fine. I'm gonna quickly do this trap thing, and then. Okay, change trap. Then pick trap. Okay, there it is. I got the traps. I swear to God, man. I can't place this little picture. And like this. There. Dead end. Right, I'm gonna go to get this loot, yeah? Then I'm gonna show you this really good rotation thing. So basically, it's not this. This is still good rotation, but oh my god, this is good rotation. The other rotation. Okay, fine. So basically. It's just season 12. It was a good season. There's not much to talk about it. It was just a good season. Fine. Now let's talk about season 13. In my opinion, that was one of the worst seasons, and that's only for one reason. Season 13. It was the same thing as Chapter 2 Season 2, but the idea wasn't that good. It was just so much random, it was just so much random things. Like, the water map, that was a bit weird. Then, the mythics were extremely underpowered. Then, everything was nerfed, that's why I hated it. Like, they bolted the pump again. Like, I'm not moaning, I love the charge, but they could have just put, tag pump charge. You could have just had 3 shotguns, that's not much of a difference. People aren't going to take the charge, but that's not the point. The point is, they wanted a new shotgun. They got a new shotgun. But yeah. If I'm saying about they, I'm talking about Epic, but yeah. So now let's say about Chapter 2, Season 4. I would have loved this season if it wasn't a collab. Like, it's such a good season. The mythics were good. The sweats were okay. Everyone wasn't a sweat. The game was decent. But the season was a collab. What am I meant to do? Am I meant to play? I'm not playing Avengers. I'm playing Fortnite here. We're not playing Avengers Endgame. Don't even know if that's a game, but yeah. We're not playing Avengers here. We're trying to play a video game called Fortnite Battle Royale. Not an Avengers game. Like, if the fact that it was Avengers was the thing that ruined the game. Alright, now let's say Chapter 2 Season 5. That was it was decent, too much collabs again. Same thing. The Galactus event last season, I forgot about the event. Chapter 2 Season 2 had the device event, that was cool. There was a Star Wars event in Chapter 2 Season 1 as well. That was just, it was good, but then there was just two people talking the whole time. But then, the one after that, what was it? The Galactus event, we thought he had destroyed the map. Man, we've had so much of those. Of those things where people just saying that they destroyed, it's apparently destroyed the map, but nothing has happened. That's what ruined that. Not gonna lie. That's literally what made the season a bit bad. It was just the fact that they didn't do anything. There was just this massive desert stuff in the middle. I never asked for desert stuff. I asked for a new map or the old map back. Well, the thing that made the map good was the fact that they brought out some OG POIs, and that was a good idea, but apart from that, it was terrible. Well, not terrible. I'm not gonna call them. Well, actually, sorry. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. But the map was a bit bad. But apart from the map, the season was quite good. The battle pass was decent. There's two collabs, but there's one collab, but it was decent. Now let's talk about Chapter 2 Season 6. Worst season in Fortnite. Full stop. Worst season in Fortnite. They made the pump. They nerfed the pump. You notice they do 116 and not 203, not 220. That kind of ruined it. This thing beams. Not 100. They did 203 and not 200. That was because they nerfed it. And if you haven't noticed, you should just go into creative or just search it up. They nerfed the pump, and it's not the best anymore. I'll tell you, the lever isn't better. The pump's better than the lever. Like, it's still a good shotgun, but the fact that they nerfed it is what annoys me. The stupid Carnage. You have the Carnage symbiote. You have the Carnage symbiote. It's so annoying. I'll be on 5 health. It didn't pop them. This is what ruins. Okay, fine. Chapter 2 Season 7 was good. There was loads of stuff in it, and now it's decent. But let's not talk about that. Let's say what ruins the game. It wasn't anything. It was what happened to me there. It's what happened to me then. That was what ruined the game. Basically, it's just these annoying players. It's mainly annoying players. Basically, Epic Games introduced skill-based matchmaking at the end of Season X. It's been ruining the game since then. So basically, you can get a sweat, but you only get sweats. If you're a sweat, you only get sweats. If you're decent, you only get sweats. If you're noob, you get noob. If you're the best But the thing is, if you're decent, you get sweats. You don't get decent players. You might run into the odd noob or a decent player. You would just get bots or sweats. That's all you get. There's no middle layer. It's what ruins the game. You know what it should be? No skill-based matchmaking. Like, they did it for noobs, but it only benefits the noobs. It benefits the noobs. They got their money, but it ruins the game. And also, it's the fact that people build so much. If I shoot them once, they start cranking 90s and they do everything they can to just to outbuild. They don't care about anything but the building then. And then what ruins the game. Okay. So, now let's talk about the other reason. It's about overpowered items. Let me say. Season 2, pump. It was nerfed. But you can deal with it. Season 5, P90, it was nerfed. You could deal with it. Chapter 2, Season X, Max, you can't deal with it. Season and it wasn't, Season X nerfed, you can't deal with it. But Season X, Max, you can't deal with it. It was nerfed, but you still couldn't deal with it. Then, let's talk about Chapter 2, Season... Then, I would say lightsabers in the early Chapter 1, but they weren't that OP, they were normal. You could use them for farming and everything, but if you do lightsaber only, you won't win that easily. It's not like mecha only where you can win so easily because he gets so much health and stuff. Yeah. Then Chapter 2 Season 8, Chapter 2 Season 4. All of the mythics, they were OP. The Venom symbiote, that was way too OP. Then there's this Chapter 2, then there's like all of the mythics were overpowered. Like every mythic in Chapter 2 was overpowered except Chapter 2 Season 3. Now, the stupid Venom thing is so OP, even the UFOs last season, but yeah. The Venom things are so OP. It's the fact that they do so much damage, but you can break them through any build, and you can't do anything about it. If someone Venom symbiotes through 20 billion bits of wood, you'll die if you're less than 60 health. That's what ruins the game. It's just that. It's the overpowered guns, and it's the annoying players and the weirdos who just chase you across the map for one kill. And hopefully you guys liked the video and understood why Fortnite is dying and why these stupid sweats need to just get out of our lobbies. Epic need to just change stupid skill-based matchmaking. I'm done with this sweats. And if you guys understood this, please leave a like and subscribe.